Hey guys, it's Peppa Gaming here, and I just wanted to let everyone know that I'm finally back home from my long vacation, so you will no longer have to deal with my shitty mic. And today I want to review my account that's currently in 3075. It's almost a 240 million power account with a decent amount of kill points at 15 billion. And this is my second main account. I'm playing on both kingdoms, 2010 and 3075, where in 3075 I am king along with my friend LXSJ and my other friend named Diablo. I think his in-game name now is DDPie. So we'll just get right into it and check out how good this account is and what it has in stock for us. So first of all, I am currently in KVK2, so as you can see, all the SOC commanders are locked. Well, actually, they're not considered SOC commanders anymore. They're just considered KVK3 commanders. So, based on everyone I can use for KVK2, I have all of them unlocked. So it's pretty much max for an account for KVK2 in terms of commanders. And for my city skins, I have a couple of legendaries. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that all I got? Let's see. 5, 6, 7. So 7 legendary city skins, mostly from Zenith. One of them I believe is from a KVK event, and one of them is from an Ark of Osiris event. Actually, the one I'm using right now is from the Osiris League, and I'm primarily utilizing the training speed because I did do a lot of troop training during the pre-KVK event. So yeah, in terms of city skins, definitely not as great as my 600 million count, but still pretty good. In terms of my resources, I did not do too close of a count on it, but as you can see, I have over 20 billion resources popped open already, so I won't be using this resource stored in my account at all. In terms of speed up, I got a decent amount, around 5,000 days of speed up in total, adding up the troop training, the healing, and the universals. Used up a lot of my troop training boosts during the past couple of events, so it is a bit drained. I used to have 60 of these that I popped during the troop training event. And in terms of equipment, I actually don't know. Obviously, in terms of special talent, it only has 51. I say only, but even with 51, it is considered a top tier account. But compared to my 600 million account, power account, where it has 75 special talents, it's definitely lacking. However, that account lacks, in my previous video, I did mention that that account lacks a couple of Ring of Doom. And as you can see, I have 5 Ring of Doom here. And one of them is almost special talent with 50% progress left. And one of them is a Cav special talent. So this account mainly specializes in archers and Cavs, but I do have a full set of infantry set as well. 51 special talent total, 70 if you combine the non-special talents. And I did use up quite a bit of my materials because I think I got a couple more special talents in the recent times, so that's why my materials is kind of drained. And we'll look at the armaments of this account. The armaments of this account is actually pretty interesting. It was quite terrible, but as you guys know, there was a recent update yesterday that just happened where it allows you to re-roll your armaments. So I used to have a terrible Cav armament of around, I think, 20% plus maybe 1 inscription. But yesterday I re-rolled this armament, which originally only had these 2 inscriptions, and it was absolutely trash attributes like gold gathering, siege unit buffs, and damage to barbarians. I re-rolled it, got absolutely very lucky on it. So as you guys know, for legendary armaments, the max percentage that you can get on raw stats like cavalry attack, infantry attack, defense, etc., is 3.5%. So as you can see, the top 2 stats are almost max. One is max, and the other one is 0.2% away from being max. I believe all damage, the maximum is 2%. So I didn't get as lucky for all damage on this one, and I only got 1%, but as you can see, I still have 3 transmutation chances available. So if I really want to try to gamble and go for a max, you know, third attribute, I can, and I have 3 more chances left. And please keep in mind that you don't have to replace it with the new attribute when you reroll, so you can decide to keep your old attribute. So if you do have the transmutation stones, then you can definitely do it, but I would prioritize it on other things. Overall, my cav attributes are mainly carried by these 2 armaments. The bottom 2 are quite horrible in comparison to the top, so I will be working on my cavalry and hopefully getting it to a 30% raw stat plus 3 inscriptions or more. Next up, we'll take a look at my infantry stat. My infantry stat is also pretty good, with around 23-24% raw stat plus, this is technically 5% raw stat, right? So it's around 30% raw stat with a counter inscription. I also have a set of hollow square formation. This one definitely needs a lot more work because it is going to be an infantry set, and as you can see, I will be re-rolling this one because all 3 stats are completely useless, right? For the top, I can't really re-roll because for epic armaments, you cannot re-roll. So for this one, it's a work in progress. I have another set of cavalry, which is very mediocre, around 20% plus haste, which is pretty much nothing to show off of. I have one more infantry set as well, right here on Alexander the Great. It is alright, so it's around 20% plus shielded, which is 22%. It's mediocre at best. And I can show you guys my archer armaments. This is actually one of the best armaments that I have for raw stats. Unfortunately, none of them are inscribed, so I am hoping to win this KVK so I can start inscribing these 2 armaments specifically. If you look at it, it is crazy. So like I said, 3.5% is max, right? And this is 0.4% away from max, 0.2% away from max, and this one is a bit lacking, 0.6% away from max. So basically, from max attribute, this lacks around almost 2%. And then for this one, it's 0.3, 0.4, and 0.5, so also around 2%. So theoretically, I can improve the set a bit more, but obviously, if I do have KVK inscriptions, I'm definitely slamming in on these 2 positions because archer rallies are sick in KVK 2, and in KVK 3 right now, they're also sick because of the new commander Zhuge Liang. Next up, I can also show you guys my leadership set, which is kind of crazy. As you can see, there's 5 inscriptions, and how I pick these raw stats is I usually look at how high they are. So as you can see, this one's almost max. This one's definitely working in progress, but I do have 2 inscriptions on this one. That is why I picked this one. This one is also very mediocre. I will be re-rolling all of these. Like, if this 3.1% was changed into all damage or infantry stats, this armament would be crazy. So I'll be re-rolling all of them and trying to get better armaments for my garrison, my leadership garrison. Yeah, in terms of armaments, I think that's pretty much it. I actually had a lot more useless armaments and I just recycled them all, and I have around 2,000 coins. I'll be maxing out the shop in terms of the formation choice chest and the transmutation stone every week. And I'm also hoping to... So I'm waiting for the bundle where there's 3 gold chests for armaments. So once that comes, I will be buying that bundle whenever it pops up. It still hasn't come yet, unfortunately, so I am waiting. Once that comes, I'll be able to have a lot more legendary armaments to recycle, and I'll be able to buy more of these inscription shard chests, which is great. Okay, so now we're done with equipment, armament, speed up, resources. I guess I'll show you guys my troops. In case you guys are curious, so I do have a a large amount of siege that I do want to get rid of. Probably run some useless siege rallies against players in the middle of KVK if I'm bored. But in terms of troop types, I'm pretty evenly spread out. The reason for this is number one, if someone tries to attack my city, I'm going to primary Wu, secondary probably YSG or Constantine. So basically, as a leadership commander, it will benefit from having all three different troop types. And number two, I am a very well-rounded. This account is a very well-rounded account. Okay, so that means I'll be able to rally in any troop type I want, and that is why I need all three troop types spread out. If I do only build out one troop type, for example cavalry, I will run out of infantry and archers eventually during KVK. My plan is to have at least 8 million deads this KVK because it is quite of a tough KVK against our enemies. We did choose to form this KVK to be a very tough one on purpose because number one, our enemies also wants to go for last capture, and obviously I told you guys I want the last capture because I do want the KVK inscription. And number two, our allies also don't want a sleeper fight. So basically we have 3088 who's also Imperium and 3090 who's also Imperium, which is insane. Those two are both our enemies. And outside of that, it's not a 3v5, it's a 4v4. So it is going to be quite a tough KVK, and I have no idea who's going to win and who's going to lose. Obviously, I think as long as we try our best, that's all that matters. And yeah, I think I did show you guys everything that is needed to show. Oh, I guess I'll show you guys my gold heads. I am a bit of a gold head hoarder, to be honest. So it has 1,200 gold heads right now. Probably by the KVK 3 I'll have around 2,000 gold heads because I literally have no use for any gold heads right now. And in terms of passports, I did migrate this one back to KVK 2, so I am drained of passports. And I'm trying to save up gold keys for the new commander, the Greece commanders, once it's released. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this account review. This is probably the only 2 account reviews I will do because I only have 2 accounts. I'll do more content on strategies around KVK2 and KVK1. Please let me know what you guys want me to create, the type of videos you want me to create. If I think it's a good idea, I'll definitely do it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you guys all for watching.